Today is a day we're thankful. We watch football and we eat way too much that our body can take. What is up, Finn fans? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thanksgiving. Every year I do this video. I do one for Thanksgiving. I do one for Christmas. And essentially in this video, I'm going to talk about what I'm thankful for with the Miami Dolphins. But before we jump into that, I have to shout out some other people that I'm very thankful for. And that is new patrons and new members. On the Patreon side, his name is ridiculous, Pillsbury Jew Boy. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. And on the membership side, I've been slacking. So I got a ton of you guys to thank for joining the membership. And Russell Swan, William Oakes, Austin Pino, Benziki, Mr. Bojangles, Benny H, David Abbats, Freddie Delio, Logan Vintanzo, Tryhard7, AK Fins Fan, Khalib Rimmer, Gray Fox 173, Angel Martinez, Chief No Good TWG, Lewis Too Lit, Ace Sports, Laura King DDA, J Mac, Valen Quad, Rafael Castro, Nick R, Thomas, Bleak Mid, Winter 850, Lakers starter, Jordan D, AJ Harris, Brad Bleak, 710 Will, and Fins. Thank you guys so very much for joining the Patreon and the membership. So, like I said, normally around this time of year, I do holiday videos. I do little special videos, especially for the day of that holiday. And being that today is Thanksgiving, you guys are probably either watching football games or you're watching the parade or you're getting ready. So if you're watching me at 10 o'clock when I release this or at any point in the day, thank you. But before we jump into the fun stuff, right, what I'm thankful for with the Miami Dolphins, I want to say what I'm thankful for with you guys, right? I'm thankful for, obviously, my wife and my kids, the fact that I get to do this, the fact that we're almost at 38,000 subs. We are very close to 38,000 subs, which means we're almost to 40,000 subs. Like, the fact that we're getting there is crazy. I'm thankful for every single one of you, for everyone who subscribes, comments, hits the like button, hangs out in the live streams, especially if you join the Patreon, you join the membership, you buy the merch. I am incredibly thankful and indebted to you guys. Without you guys, there is no DouglieDoWrong. Without you guys, there is no, interviewing players, interviewing future Hall of Famers, interviewing any of the people that I've interviewed. I'm also very thankful for all the guys that I've met throughout doing this. And I'm not going to name them all. You know, right? You know who I've collabed with. You know who I've met with. You know who I'm, on their channel. They're on my channel. You know everybody. Because if I name some and I miss some out, I'm going to feel horrible. But I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful with the friendships I've made while doing this. So that's the mushy stuff. I wanted to get that out of the way because I'm very thankful for being able to do this. I'm very thankful for being able to talk to the Miami Dolphins, having some type of dialogue with them. Like, I'm very thankful for a lot of stuff that has happened in my life over the past 4 years now. 4 years that I've been doing this. So incredibly, I'm thankful for this office that I built, this nice little studio. So I just want to say I'm very thankful for that when it comes to my life, when it comes to the channel, when it comes to the growth, when it comes to all that stuff. I have a lot of things planned, bigger and better things every year. So I want to thank you guys for that. Now let's get to the fun stuff. What am I thankful for with the Miami Dolphins? Well, for one, an elite offense. The Miami Dolphins are 6th in points, 3rd in yards. They are 7th in first downs. They are 2nd in passing. The rush is 27th. It went up a little bit, but it's going to get there once, Jeff Wilson starts running that ball. I am very, very thankful for that. I'm thankful for our head coach, who is very good so far. I literally wrote that while I was thinking of what I was thankful for last night. I wrote a head coach who is good, ... So far. So far, Mike McDaniel has exceeded my expectations. I was very hesitant when we signed him. If you remember, I was like, I like what I'm hearing. I like what I'm seeing, but I got to see what he can do. I got to see what he could do when he faces adversity, 3-game losing streak. And how does he answer that? Well, 4-game winning streak. So I really wanted to see who he could be. So far, I'm very thankful for him. I'm very thankful how he's handling the team, how he's handling the players, how they haven't given up on him, how he has that connection. I'm very thankful for having a top 5 quarterback in the NFL / seeing Tua thrive. I'm very thankful for that. Now, some people might say, well, it's because, we've been down this road where people will say what Tua is doing is because of this and it's because of that, has nothing to do with Tua, Those are people who are blind, have a bias, and don't actually know what they're watching when it comes to football. But I'm very thankful that we finally, Tua, more than anything, I'm thankful for Tua being able to get the chance to show who he could be. Right? The past 2 years have been, up and down turmoil, whether it's the head coach, whether it's the multiple offensive coordinators, whether it's the garbage offensive line, whether it's the no weapons, whether it's his injuries, whether it's this. It's always been this turmoil, and then all of a sudden it's clicking. He's getting it, whether it's Bevel, whether it's McDaniel, whether it's Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, whatever it is, it's clicking for him. And he is looking like an MVP candidate. He is, at this point, an MVP candidate. To me, it's between him, Jalen Hurts, and Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen, number 4 to me because of the interceptions he's throwing. That's how I see it. So I'm very thankful that I'm seeing this. I'm very thankful that he's able to do this. He's able to shut people up. Some of them. Some people are still, dying on that hill. But I'm very thankful for that. The other thing, I'm very thankful at going into week 12 that the Miami Dolphins are in first place. I can't remember 2001 was the last time we were 7-3. And I don't know if we were at first place at this point in the season, but it's been a long time that going into week 12, the Dolphins are sitting in first place, sitting at second place in the AFC and the playoff seats. Normally at this point we're third place behind the Patriots and the Bills, and we're jockeying to try to, who needs to lose, whether it's the Bengals, whether it's the Chargers, whether it's the Ravens or the Steelers, depending on who was dominant that year, trying to get a wild card. Wild card. We never looked at the AFC East title. And unless it was 2008, we were never like, oh, this is just like, how are we going to get in? We need to win these games. They need to lose. We're number 1 in the AFC East going into week 12. 7 games left. 7 games left because week 12 is counted. 7 games left in the season. First place. Incredibly thankful for that. I already said this, but being 7-3 for the first time since 2001. It's been 21 years. The last time the Dolphins started a season 7-3. It's been a very long time, but this team is different. It goes back to the first thing that I'm thankful for, that elite offense. That's what's making this team different. That's what's making it feel different. That all of a sudden you go into games and you're more worried about the defense than the offense. It's been a long time. Our defense has been dominant for a very long time, and our offense has been suspect for most of the past 21 years. Now, all of a sudden, this offense can win games for us. This offense, you're down by 3, you're down by 4, and there's a certain amount of time left. All right, well, yeah, we'll go win the game for you. Did it against the Ravens, down 21. Did it against the Bills. They weren't down 21, but they were down. Did it against the Lions. Did it against the Bears at some point. They were down. And all those games, they won by just, all right, let's go. Let's get the points we need. Let's win the game. And hey, defense, you just need to make one stop. They did. Dolphins win the game. Very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for being competitive in every game, even the games where we lost. The Dolphins have always been competitive all year round. Now, you look at the Jets game and you're like, well, dog, it was 40-17. That's not real competitive. And those people are score watchers. They didn't watch the game or anything. Because the Dolphins were very competitive in that Jets game. After losing your quarterback after the first or second snap and having Skylar Thompson go in there, very competitive. Forcing the Jets to punt, turnover on downs. We had a stupid interception that gave him the ball on the Dolphins side of the field. But very competitive. 19-17, trying to kick a field goal to go up 1 point, 20-19, with about 8-9 minutes left in the game. The only reason that game got out of hand was because the Dolphins were forcing things in the turnovers in the red zone. competitive in that game. The Vikings game, forcing the Vikings to punt 10 times in that game. 10 times. If not for that Jalen Waddle fumble, which he probably killing himself over it, I see the Dolphins possibly winning that game. Possibly winning that game. The Cincinnati Bengals game, when Tua went out with the injury, we were down 7-6. Most definitely should have been up 10-7 if, Chase Edmonds had hands instead of bricks. And then the bad interception, we could have won that game too. There were so many games, even without Tua, we are constantly in and constantly competitive. The other thing I'm thankful for, Laramie Tunsil and Chris Grier. Because without that Tunsil trade, we don't get Tua. We don't get Tyreek Hill. We don't get Jalen Waddle. We don't get Bradley Chubb. I'm trying to think of some other guys that we've made moves and traded and moved things around. But those are the big names that we got in the trade for Laramie Tunsil. Like, it was huge. And at the time, everyone's like, oh, what are the Dolphins doing? I can't believe it. Supposedly in the building, in the locker room, there was this somber feeling of, oh, the season's going to blow. We're getting rid of talent. We're doing this. We're doing that. Fast forward to what? 3 years later? 7-3, first place in the AFC, second place in the AFC playoff standings. All from one guy. All from Bill O'Brien not knowing how to trade for a player. He gave up way too much for Laramie Tunsil. It is what it is. We won that trade hand over foot. And at this point, looking at it 3 years later, it was the dumbest trade that Bill O'Brien ever made. Probably cost him his job. Because he was like, I'm going to be the GM and the head coach. I can do it. I could be a Bill Belichick. You can't. You came from that tree, but you can't do it. You can't do it. The Dolphins fleeced the crap out of them. And then, no offense, 49ers, we fleeced the crap out of you guys, too. You gave us 2 first-round picks. 3 first-round picks. 2 first-round picks. 3, technically, first-round picks to trade up for Trey Lance. Now, we don't know what Trey Lance is going to be yet because he's been injured. But we use that to get. It's just Chris Grier just kept moving pieces, and that's the other thing that, like I said, it's Tunsil / Chris Grier because Chris Grier is making the moves to do these things, right? They saw what needed to be done, and he's doing it, and he's smart enough to not get fleeced. Some of the worst trades I hated that Chris Grier did. Josh Rosen, right? The Cardinals wanted a first. Chris Grier says, no, we're not going to give you first. All right, we'll take you second. And at that point, the Dolphins were picking in like top 15 of the second round. And Chris Grier's like, hold on a second. Hey, Saints, you want this second? All right, cool. Give us your second next year. All right, cool. Hold on a second, Arizona. They trade back, pick up a second next year, and then go, all right, we'll give you the second and a fifth. Here you go. We picked up a second, so it's no harm enough. Like, he knows how to wheel and deal. Yes, he makes dumb moves. But what GM doesn't make dumb moves? There's no GM batting 1,000. But he's doing really well. So overall, when it looks at and you notice I didn't say I'm really thankful for the defense. Defense is giving me a heart attack, and I'm not thankful for the injuries on our defense. I think that's really hurting the team. But you know what? I'm thankful for their competitiveness, and I'm thankful for the fight of the defense. There's some fight in that defense. I'll say that. Look at the Browns game. Again, they play different at home, but the Browns game, they were really competitive. I'm thankful for the run defense. I'll add that. I'm very thankful for the run defense. Without the quarterback rushing yards, the Dolphins have a top 5 rush defense. Right now, it's 16th ranked. It should be much higher. So I'm very thankful for the rush defense, and I think once Bradley Chubb, he's had these few weeks, I expect them to feed on opposing teams. So overall, I'm very thankful for this team so far. I'm very thankful for this season. And like I said in the beginning, I'm very thankful for you guys. You have no idea how much you guys mean to me. I read all of your comments, every single one of your comments. I do videos specifically for you guys. The way I structure my videos is specifically for you guys because I do this for you. I don't do this for me. It's fun for me. I love this. I love the Dolphins, but I do this for you guys. So I'm very thankful for you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Thanksgiving, whether you're watching this at night or during the day. I hope you had a fantastic day with your family. Stay safe. Tell your families DouglieDoWrong said hi. They're going to be like, who the hell is that? It'll still be fun, especially if you record it. If you If you record yourself saying, hey, everyone, DouglieDoWrong says, hey, and they look confused as hell, or you just record it in general, please send it to me. And maybe I'll make a collage of you guys randomly telling your families I said hi, whether they know who I am or not. I think it'd be really funny. But I'll see you guys in tomorrow's preview of the Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans. I love all you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Now, either go take a nap or go eat and watch some football. But like usual, stay classy. I fence out.